and welcome to our show in the Knowledgeist. And today in a banking profession knowledge class, our topic is law relating to bill finance. Clear? And our today's topic is law relating to bill finance. Clear? Law relating to bill finance. Can anyone tell basically what is bill finance? Can anyone tell what is bill finance? Good evening, Jaidev ji. So can anyone tell basically what is bill finance? Why less students will join today? What is the reason behind that? Only 22 students. Basically, it is an exchange drawn usually by one bank on another bank for the purpose of transferring funds. Clear? So let's start now our discussion on basically for the exchange of funds on bill finance. Clear? So please understand carefully and please ask any doubt if you have regarding that. Clear? So basically bill finance is one of the modes of lending by a banker. Clear? Bill finance is one of the modes of lending by a banker. As compared to the other modes of financing, bill finance offers a banker an easy mode of lending. Clear? As we know that there are other modes of financing, but bill finance offers a banker an easy mode of lending. How basically? From the banker's point of view, bill finance has many advantages. Clear? Bill finance has many advantages. Bill finance involves discounting. Clear? Bill finance involves also discounting or purchase of commercial bills arising out of sale of goods. Clear? Or purchase of commercial bills arising out of sales of goods. Clear? These are the benefits of bill finance. Clear? Involves discounting or purchase of commercial bills arising out of the sales of goods. So after that, basically we will discuss the different types of, yes, like negotiation. Discounting is similar to that. We will discuss, Varun, we will discuss all these things in detail. Clear? We will discuss one by one all these examples. Like supply chain finances. Yes, you can say that. Wait few minutes, we will discuss all types of bill finance. First of all, we will discuss what are the types of bill finance. Clear? Upon knowing the types, you can easily understand. So can anyone tell basically what are the different types of bills? Can anyone tell basically what are the different types of bills? Deepak says that, sir, it means bill of finance uses. Yes, Srivastava uses bills, inland bills. Deepak says that, sir, it means bill of finance uses of giving this. Yes, Deepak, on basically bill of finance, basically if they are also discounting. Yes, demand bills. So I will write here, what are you saying that? Inland bills, foreign bills, demand bills, documentary bills, any other? Yeah, bill of exchange. Yes, site bills, usance bills. Yes. Can anyone tell basically what is commercial bill? Can anyone tell what are commercial bill? So one student has doubt, so that before discussing, so I can ask from your, but this commercial bill. Basically all these like demand bills, usance bills, clean bills, inland bills, basically they are all commercial bills. Here they are basically These are called bills. In simple language, we can say that invoices. Clear? As Soumya Ranjan says that invoices. Clear in simple language. Clear? We will discuss commercial bills. All these types are commercial bills. Invoices issued. Yes, Latish, invoices basically issued after the sale of goods. So basically, why I basically for simple understanding, clear? For general, we can say that, not for a technical purpose. Clear? Even if they will ask in interview regarding that bank finance, then you will never use the word invoice here. Clear? So, what are the bill finance advantages? Clear? What are the different advantages over the bill finance as compared to cash credit? Clear? As compared to CC and overdraft, has the following advantages. First is the underlying transactions are easily identifiable. Clear? First is the underlying transactions. The underlying transactions are easily identifiable. There is definite date of repayment. Clear? The second point is that there is a definite date of repayment on that. The bill will carry more than one signature. Clear? The bill will carry more than one signature if it is on a usance basis. Can anyone tell what is the meaning of usance basis? If it is on a usance basis, it represents an easily transferable assets. Clear? It represents an easy transferable asset, and in case of need, the same can be discounted to improve the liquidity of the bank. Clear? We can discount the bill, and this bill further rediscounted. Clear? And this bill was further rediscounted to improve the liquidity of the bank. Yes, basically usance means usance here means agreed with the period of time. Clear? Agreed with the time period. Clear? Like payment is given after a specific time period which are mentioned. Clear? This is basically means the usance, and the side basically means payment on the demand. So now, first of all, what type of bills we have to discuss it. So bills discounted by banks belong to one of the following categories. Clear? Bills discounted by banks belong to one of the following these categories: clean bills, documentary bills, bills drawn under credit. Clear? Basically, these are clean bills, documentary bills, and the bills drawn under credit. So I think one point for all of you, basically I think you will get the notification of class, I think 2 to 3 hours earlier or not. I think you will get the notification of class 2 to 3 hours earlier. Why I am asking this? Because many less students joined the session. Okay, just now. Okay, just a few minutes, 1 minute before. Okay, so that's why no idea about class. So no issue. Just after you Zoom link shared. Okay. So how many of you joined the Telegram group? Please tell how many of you joined the Telegram group. Which group? Please tell in which group all of you are present so that I can update in that group regarding the class time at least 4 to 5 hours. Okay. Sachin, yes. Basically 2 to 3 weeks. Basically 1 or 2 weeks. I have a problem. Basically after that your class will be done on daily basis. Clear? Your class will be done on daily basis. There are some issue within 1 or 2 weeks. So that's why your class will be starting at 8:45 and will be basically covered till 9:30. Clear? There are some issues going within 1 or 2 weeks. Everything will be resolved. Clear? No worry regarding the class. Okay. So basically you can join either GBO, RRB 2021 or either JIB 2021 or either SBI CBO. Clear? On all groups, I will update the timing of the class. Clear? On all groups, I will update the timing of the class. I am there on the, don't worry, I will join that groups also. On that, I will also update. Clear? No worry. So, please, one more point important here is your next class tomorrow. There is no class of yours. Basically, your next class will be held on Friday. Your next class of timing is 8:45 to 9:30 p.m. Clear? Your next class basically on Friday timing is 8:45 to 9:30 p.m. and on Saturday your class will be 8. For Saturday I will update the time on Friday. Basically most probably on Saturday timing is 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. and on Sunday basically we will take 2 classes of yours. One class is mainly in the morning 11 to 12 and other class basically in the late evening 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Clear? So that at least you can aware regarding your classes time. So that's why I will tell here. Clear? Okay, no issue. You can join what in basically for whatever your exam you are preparing. These topics are common to all exams so that I can update the timing in your groups so that you can at least little bit aware regarding your class. So now you find basically even if you have any issue regarding the timing, then please tell. Regarding the updation of the classes, then please tell. Basically, please watch our YouTube sessions also. I think today late night or tomorrow morning, neobanks will be updated and tomorrow also one more topic will be updated on YouTube regarding book debts. Clear? Regarding book debts. Why I will basically update these topics? Nagarjun, I think you joined the wrong group. So please leave that group. I will basically tell you the link after the completion of this topic. Clear? So tomorrow, basically one more short video uploaded on that book debts. Clear? Will be uploaded on tomorrow. Why I will upload these topics? Because in the upcoming classes, we will basically discussing question on these topics. Clear? So that's why I will uploaded short topics on YouTube. So please join. Basically, you can check description link on YouTube. On YouTube, you will get all groups link. So what are the classes of bills? Clear? So now we will discuss basically what are the classes of bills. Deepak Kumar, sir. Sir, please clear it is necessary to join YouTube channel. Yes, Deepak, it is necessary to join YouTube channel also because on YouTube we will update current topics also. Clear? On daily basis we will update current topics which will help you in your exam. Clear? So I request all of you in whatever group you have there, please on that group. Not need to join other groups. We will update you on all groups. And I think many of you don't know the channel. You can check Knowledgeist. Knowledgeist on YouTube as it is mentioned here. You can subscribe this our channel and please share this channel with your friends also. We will daily updating topics on that. All important information will be uploaded on that. Even on the Sunday, we will update the class timings also. Yes, Nagarjun, this is correct group. So now we will discuss basically the bills discounted by banks belong to the one of the following categories. One is clean bills. Second is documentary bill. Third is the bills drawn under credit. Here basically these are the three types of bills. clean bills, documentary bills, and the third one is bills drawn under credit. So let's start discuss one by one regarding all these bills which you have earlier also, inland bills, foreign bills. Clear? So first is, what are the laws governing these bills? First of all, we will discuss now what are the laws governing these bills. Clear? So the law on bills deals with the liabilities. Clear? The laws on bills deals with the liabilities and right to parties. The law on bills deals with the liabilities and rights of parties to a bill. Rights of parties to a bill is governed by the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Clear? First is of what is BUI. Clear? First of all, the bill. The term bill is the short form of bill of exchange. Clear? The term bill is the short form of bill of exchange. And where bill of exchange is mentioned, first of all, we have to know that, as we have discussed in the previous classes also, where bill of exchange is mentioned. Clear? Where bill of exchange is mentioned? It is mentioned under section 5. Clear? It is mentioned under section 5 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Clear? It is mentioned under section 5. Under section 5 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 defines a bill of exchange. Clear? Defines a bill of exchange as instruments in writing. Clear? It is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order. Clear? It is containing an unconditional order signed by the maker. Clear? Containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person. Clear? Signed by the maker and directing a certain person to pay certain sum of money. Clear? Here basically there are three persons here: maker, drawer, and drawee. Clear? There are three persons here: maker, drawer, and drawee. We will discuss regarding that. So we will expect one question from this also. Clear? One question from this also. Sorry. P. Sorry. So maker, drawee, and P. Yes, maker, drawee, and wait a minute, we will explain. So it defines as a bill of exchange as instruments in a writing. Clear? Containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person. Clear? Only to or certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Clear? Or to order of the certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Clear? Now basically how we will discuss that? Basically we have three terms here: drawer, drawee, and pay. Clear? Drawer, drawee, and pay. Basically drawer is also called the maker. Drawer here is also called the maker. Clear? So as basically regarding bill of exchange is mentioned under section 5 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, and regarding the drawer, drawee, and pay is mentioned under section 7. Clear? So as per section 7 of the Negotiable Instrument Act provides that a maker of bill of exchange, basically provides that a maker of bill of exchange is called the drawer. Clear? The person basically who makes a bill of exchange is called the drawer, and the person who is directed to pay is called drawee. Clear? And the person who is directed to pay is called drawee. And the person entitled to receive the payment of amount represented by bill is called the pay. Clear? Basically the person who will get the amount is called the pay. So for in simple we can discuss here. Here we have three persons: A, B, C. Clear? B, A is the maker, and basically B takes goods from C. Clear? B takes goods from C. So basically A writes here, B has to make payment to C. Clear? B has to make payment to C. Clear? And here A is maker or drawer, B is drawee, and C is called the pay. Clear to all of you regarding the difference between the draw, dry and pay? Please tell if you have any doubt regarding that. Please tell if you have any doubt regarding the draw, dry and pay, because many students are confusing in this. That's why I'm asking you if it clears to all of you or not. So next is a relationship of parties to a bill. A relationship of parties to a bill. So the draw. Yes, Ravinder. Basically in Hindi, no issue. Basically जो बिल को बना रहा है, जो ये चीज लिख रहा है, उसको मेकर बोला जाता है और उसमें लिखा जाता है कि ये पर्सन पैसे देगा. जो पर्सन पैसे देगा उसको ड्रॉई बोला जाता है और जिसको पैसे मिलेंगे वो आपका पेई हो जाता है. वरुण, yes, last time also many students say that sir please add images also. So today I will add images also. Clear? No worry. Basically as such regarding that we will discuss here in types. Like in land bill I will basically include image so that you can clearly understand basically what it means. That clear? Suggestions are always welcome. So please give your suggestions so that we can improve our sessions more. Clear? So that you can get benefit. Clear? So next is a relationship of parties to a bill. A relationship of parties to a bill. So the drawer of a bill. Clear? The drawer of a bill is a creditor. Clear? The drawer of a bill is a creditor or seller basically, and the drawee of a bill. And the drawee of the bill is the debtor or buyer. If the bill is assigned to third parties, clear? If the bill is assigned to the third parties, then such assignees, clear? Then such assignees will become creditors. Clear? Many times bill is basically assigned to the third parties. So then such assignees will become creditors and drawer would be liable. Clear? And in that case, a drawer would be liable for such assignees in case of default by the drawee. Clear? Because drawer will assign that bill to some other creditors. Clear? And in that case, basically drawer would be liable for such assignees in case of default by the drawee. Yes, some students have an issue. Basically what second paragraph says that drawer of a bill is a seller. So that's why basically he makes a bill. In many cases, drawer is basically the seller. So and the drawee of the bill is the debtor because they have to pay. And if the bill is assigned to the third parties, clear? Basically they will get that, they will give that bill to the third party. Basically means, wait a minute, like here we have three persons A, B, C. Clear? Basically B gives that bill to C, as B receives that bill from A, and basically B purchases raw materials for that goods from C. Clear? So they will assign that bill to the C. Clear? So then such assignees will become creditors and the drawer would be responsible. Here B is responsible for any default done by the A. Clear? Here B is responsible for any done default by the A if C does not get the payment. Clear? Now it clears to all of you basically what are the relationship of parties to a bill. Even if you have any doubt, then please ask. Varun, Somya, Amber, please tell if you have any doubt. Yes, Nilesh has doubt regarding that. So we will discuss one more time, no issue. So from where does the C gets payment? Basically, this is a bill. From whom? Basically, B assigns the bill to C. And as basically that bill is assigned by A to B, that bill is basically assigned by A to B. So directly the payment will be done from A. Yes, we will discuss that thing with the help of example. Wait few minutes, we will discuss that example, this thing with the help of example so that you can clearly understand. How many of Yes, basically this is bill discounting. It's a little bit different thing. Clear? Bill discounting is basically done when you take the bill before the maturity date. Clear? Bill discounting is referred to that. Wait few minutes. We will discuss the examples regarding all these things. Clear? As it will take basically 2 sessions, so no worry. We will clear all your doubts with the help of example, with the help of images. So, like first of all, what is basically regarding classification of bill, and our first bill on your screens now, inland bills. Clear? The first bill which we have to discuss in our today's session is inland bills. Before discussing that, first of all, just watch this image. First of all, I request to all of you, so first of all, I request to all of you, please read this image, and after that we will have a little discussion on that. So what this image says that basically this is an inland bill. Clear? An inland bill of exchange of how much amount? Rupees 20,000, and basically signed from Julandhar, July 1, 1985. Clear? So what it says that 30 days after date. Clear? 30 days basically means on 1st of August. 30 days after date, pay to Messrs Singh and Company. Clear? Messrs Singh and Company or bearer the sum of 20,000 rupees for value received. Clear? The sum of rupees 20,000 for the value received, and basically that is given by Messrs Premier Book Depot, Chandni Chowk, Delhi for S. Chand and Corporation, Shamlal proprietor. So first of all, basically we have to know that who is drawer here, who is drawee here, who is payee here. I think with this example, I think all of you now understand who is drawee here. First of all, who is payee here? Basically, who will get the amount to pay to this? So they will get the amount. So the Messrs Singh and Companies pay here. Please answer other students also. Basically, they are drawing the bill. Clear? They are drawing the bill, so they are drawer. Premier Book Depot, Chandni Chowk. Basically, they are drawing the bill, and who has to give the payment? As Chand and Corporation. So they are drawee here. Clear? They are drawee here. For better understanding, basically we have taken all these things in this example. So this is basically a simple example regarding the bill of exchange. So now we will discuss the inland bill. Can we start our discussion on inland bill? We will discuss, okay, fine. So what are inland bills? Bills drawn or made in India. Clear? Bills drawn or made in India and made payable. Clear? Bills drawn or made in India and made payable in or drawn upon any person. Clear? This is very important point because we will discuss one example regarding that. Please listen this. Or drawn upon any person resident in India are inland bills. Clear? Are inland bills. the necessary conditions of inland bills. Clear? What are the necessary conditions of inland bills? Clear? First is it must be drawn and made payable in India. Clear? First of all is it must be drawn and made payable in India. Second, it must be drawn in India. Clear? It must be drawn in India upon some person. Clear? It must be drawn in India upon some person resident in India. Clear? Basically, it must be drawn in India upon some person resident in India, though it may be payable in a foreign country. Very, very important point. Clear? Basically, first of all, it must be drawn in India upon some person resident in India. Basically, that person is a resident of India, but at that time, that person is not in India. Clear? Basically, at issuing of that bill, that person is not in India. Basically, he is visiting in any other country. Clear? Some person or legal entity, yes. So, where they are defined, first of all, yes, drawer and pay in India. No, Amber, basically what I am to saying that all are belong from India, basically, but at that time, they are not in India. Clear? Wait few minutes, we will discuss the example so that it will clear to all of you. Because these terms are little bit confusing, so that's why we will discuss slowly and with the help of example. So first of all, inland instruments are defined under section 11 of the Negotiable Instrument Act as an under inland instrument. Clear? Basically, where they are defined under section 11 of the Negotiable Instrument Act. So a promissory note, P note, bill of exchange or check. Clear? Either a promissory note or bill of exchange or check drawn or made in India and made payable in or drawn upon any other person resident in India shall be deemed to have an inland instrument. Clear? Basically, if they are drawn or made in India and made payable in or drawn upon any other person resident in India shall be deemed to be an inland instrument. Clear? So first of all, I think we have to discuss the example here so that you can better understand. So for better understanding, first of all, we have to discuss the examples here. So first of all, we have discussed here examples. So please read these examples carefully, and even after that you have any doubt, then please tell. First of all, illustrations of inland bill. There we have three examples. First is a bill is drawn by the seller. Clear? First of all, a bill is drawn by the seller in Mumbai. Clear? A bill is drawn by the seller in Mumbai. Basically, A is called drawer. On a buyer, basically they will draw a bill on a buyer in Bangalore. And bill is payable at Delhi. Clear? And basically on a buyer in Bangalore, and where bill is payable and bill is payable at Delhi. It is called as an inland bill. Clear? It is called as an inland bill. Clear? It is called as an inland bill. So what it basically, this is first. It must be drawn and made payable in India. Clear? It must be drawn and made payable in India. So we will discuss that example. Second point, again I will discuss. It must be drawn in India upon some person resident in India, though it may be made payable in a foreign country. Clear? Now we will discuss the second and third example. Please listen carefully. A bill is drawn. Clear? Here a bill is drawn by the seller in Chennai. Clear? Here the bill is drawn by the seller in Chennai on a buyer. Clear? On a buyer in Washington. Clear? A bill is drawn by a seller in Chennai on a buyer, basically Washington. The buyer is basically living in Washington, USA, but that bill is made payable in Mumbai. Clear? But that bill, basically where the bill is payable, that bill is payable in Mumbai, India. So it is called as basically inland bill. Clear? So this bill basically is called as an inland bill. It clears to all of you. Second example, please tell if you have any doubt regarding the second example. Basically, both these points are relating to that point. Clear? Buyer is in basically in Washington, and that is of resident Indian. Clear? And that has Indian resident. Clear? It simply means drawer and pay to be as a resident of India. Yes. Next, please. Both examples relate to the second point. Clear? The bill is drawn. Clear? The bill is drawn. First of all, drawer is basically of Indian. Clear? The bill is drawn by a seller in Jaipur. Clear? Here the bill is drawn by a seller in Jaipur, India, on a buyer. Basically, the buyer is basically from Hyderabad, India. Clear? On a buyer in Hyderabad, India. Accepted for payment. Clear? That is basically accepted for payment in Sydney, Australia. Clear? The basically drawer is also in Indian. Basically, to whom that bill is drawn is also in Indian. In India. But where bill is accepted? In Sydney. It is called also an inland bill. Basically, all they have to basically resident of India. Clear? All they have to be a resident of India. Clear? Basically, here the person is also Indian, but they accept the bill when basically he or she is in Sydney. Clear? Sydney. Yes, drawing must be Indian. Drawing must be Indian. Clear? And they have to draw the bill in India also. Clear? This not possible. Basically, the bill is drawn by a seller in Washington. This is not possible here. Clear? This is not possible here. Please tell if you has any doubt regarding that. Please tell if you has any doubt regarding this. Please tell if you have any doubt regarding this so that we can clear your doubt. Second point, where this example, basically here the second point, basically B points relates with both examples second and third. Clear? Second and third. Clear? Here B points relate with both second and third. Yes, please ask if you have any doubts. So I request to all of you, please ask your doubts, as it will little bit confusing. So that please ask your doubt regarding this. Confused on Washington. Drawer can be in Washington, and yes, basically he's NRI. Clear? We can assume here that person is NRI. Basically that person is of resident of India. Clear? That person must be resident of India. But presently not residing in India, but they have to be resident of India. Please ask any doubt. Drawers can be in foreigners. Basically, if drawers can be, basically drawer is called the maker. Basically, if drawer can be in foreigner, then basically they will call it the foreign will, which will be discussed in our next slide. Clear? Here the drawer must be the Indian, and he has to draw the bill while staying in India. Clear? it clear? Wait a minute. Many students has doubt. So I request other students also, please ask, sir, in case buyer is in Sydney and payment for Washington. Basically, wait a minute. Yes, Ravinder. If in case a buyer is in Sydney and payment for, no, this is not the case of inland bill. Clear? That is basically the case of foreign bill. That is the case of a foreign bill. Payments need to be done in only India only. Clear? Basically, payment needs to be done in India only. Clear? Bill accepted has to be done outside India, but the actual payment will be done in the India only. Yes, Nilesh, you are right. First of all, the main condition is draw the bill in India. This is the main condition for the inland bill. Clear? And the payment has to be done in India also. Clear? Because there is no exchange of currency here in the case of inland bill. If there is an exchange of currency, then the type of bill basically changes to the foreign bill. Clear to you? Basically, in the third case, they accepted the bill. Clear? Accepted the bill for payment in Sydney. Clear? They accepted the bill for payment in Sydney. Only they accept, but not the payment is to be made in Sydney. Clear? Basically, the person at that time is in Sydney, so that they will accept the payment. Basically, accept that bill in Sydney. Clear regarding third point? I think it clears to all of you now. So I think we will discuss more examples in our upcoming sessions regarding that. As we have to discuss total 7 to 8 types of bills: foreign bills, clean bills, the usance bills, site bills, documentary bills, demand bills. Clear? So we will discuss that bills in detail. So as due to time constraint, as many students have other class at 9:30 p.m. So leave your class here. Yes, and please, yes, I have add many pictures. Basically, in the upcoming slides, I will add 2 to 3 pictures in each definition. Clear? So that you can better understand, we can better understand different cases. Clear? No worry, we'll meet you on Friday with this topic. Clear? We'll meet you on Friday with this topic. Clear? Yes, Chandramani, on Sunday we will provide you the detailed syllabus. Clear? No worry, on Sunday we will provide you the detailed syllabus and also the classes update of 1 week. Clear? We will update you regarding all the classes on Sunday, what we have to cover in which class. Clear? So thanks to all of you for joining this session. Soumya will update you regarding on that very shortly. Clear? We'll update you on that regarding very shortly. Clear? So thanks to all of you for joining this session. Hope you are enjoying this session and getting information regarding that, which are beneficial for your examination. So we'll meet you in the next session.